Or to keep your head down. Oh, Christelle Bernard.
How many people in this room are registered on the eTwinning website?
Sure.
Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Yep, great. How many people are on the How many people have heard of the eTwinning? How many people went further and registered their school on the eTwinning? How many people have started work on the eTwinning? Okay, so I'm going to take you through. I think it's a great opportunity for teachers, not just for teachers of languages. It started very much, it was a lot of teachers of languages thought, happy days, I can do international work, I can meet up with a French school, a German school, Spanish school, but it's really gone further than that. There are a lot of people, it's good for primary schools as well as secondary schools. I've used it in both sectors. I've secured the International School Award through the eTwinning. We didn't have comenius, we didn't have any paperwork, we just worked through the eTwinning. The eTwinning is basically a free, flexible, easy to use website, and I stress easy to use. That will help you to use your ICT across the curriculum areas, and that will make you tick the boxes for the SIA portfolio. Particularly the exchange bit of it. Because at the moment, very much for the exchange, what we do is we get our pupils to email us, that's the exchange, but it's not very exciting and it's certainly not very real. Why is the eTwinning? Because it's free, you don't need to pay for it. And it's safe online environment. As a teacher, I control everything that goes in there. So I'm reassuring everybody there. No paperwork, so I've got time to do something more interesting. And it could be your first step to international work. That's the girls in Little Flower in North Belfast, quite deprived area. Girls that were not keen on languages. The first thing I heard was, Miss, we can't even spell in English, never mind doing French. Once we started that, I had them talking, and I had them going home doing their homework. The aim, I'm going to take you very quickly through that. It's basically collaborating, pupils, teachers collaborating with different countries. It helps you with your SIA accreditation, and it gives you multicultural and multilingual platform. Yeah. And if you are successful, it's good for your PR because it's going to, you have 3 levels of recognition. You can have a quality label if your project is judged good enough. Then you can be entered for a national award, which takes place once a year. There is a conference in Nottingham where you're going to meet with like-minded people, and you find plenty of things to find out. If you win the national prize, you can then be entered in a European prize. And I'm going to show you that later on, hopefully if I have the time. But you basically have 3 pages. Your first page is your public page where you register. If you're not registered yet, go home, register, enter your school. All you need is the name of your school and the phone number. Once you're on the public page, you can look for partners already. Desktop, where you're going to add personal details, where you're going to find partners and you enter your project. And then you've got your twin space, which is where you're going to do your project. And many teachers across Europe, more interestingly enough, only 585 Northern Irish teachers, so that was the figures last year. So maybe this year we've got a few more. And only 343 schools in Northern Ireland are registered at the moment. And it's really coming from all sectors. Great opportunities to go to workshops, both in the UK and abroad. I've been to Prague, I've been to Lisbon. Kiana, you've been abroad as well with eTwinning, haven't you? Barry, have you managed to get
Not
anywhere yet?
Nottingham a couple of times. Trust me, you don't want to be there the night. No.
They don't want him again.
They won't be back.
But a great way to develop your ICT skills for people like me who are not very confident and maybe come to these meetings, who are keen to learn, but maybe go home a bit daunted because it's way above their head. You go there and they will help you. The Belfast office is great as well. And it's really a platform for you to access all of the British Council programs that are there. Now, what I'm going to finish with is I'm going to show you one project I've done last year, because that gives you a much better idea of what somebody who knows nothing about technology can manage. So that looks like that. That's my desktop, where I basically have a quick explanation of who I am, what I want to do, my projects, and where I can find partners. Once I've registered a project, this project was called Toi et moi, Tous Citoyens Européens, which was really about, it was a partnership with 3 schools, 5 teachers, but only 3 schools. A school in Germany, a school in Italy, and a school in Northern Ireland. We were all working with the French language, and the reason we had no French school was because we find that often enough, if we're working with native speakers, and I am a French person, but the French of the native speakers was too good for my students, and they were getting very frustrated. Whereas if I was working with Italy and Germany, we were more or less at the same level, and I stressed more or less. And once you're on your desktop, you can go to your twin space, which is basically where you work. Now, it is secure because you have to log in again. It's going to work. Let's see. And there we had basically 5 activities which were just matching my program. I didn't invent anything. It was a second year. We introduced ourselves because it was a nice re-revision for the beginning of the year. We happened to be working on time, skills and tastes, sports, and so on. And then, now, bear in mind that that's somebody who knows very little about technology. So at the time, because I had gone to a few conferences and everybody was talking about VoiceThread, I then came to TeachMeet 2 years ago. I think somebody mentioned VoiceThread. Try VoiceThread. VoiceThread we made was just a quick presentation on our families, and the children had the choice of either recording their own voices or write a text, so that gave them the flexibility, and we were sharing that with the partners, so everybody was able to contribute. All they needed to do was click on comment, and they could record their comment. Easy. There you go.
Brilliant, Michelle, thank you. Sorry.